Have you ever wondered about the mysteries that remain unsolved, like the missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370? This enigma has puzzled us for years, and today we're diving into the heart of it. On a seemingly ordinary day, March 8, 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 vanished into thin air. It was en route from Kuala Lumpur, the heart of Malaysia, to Beijing, the bustling capital of China. Aboard this flight were 239 souls, each with their own stories, their own destinations. Yet, in a blink, they were gone, leaving behind a trail of questions and a world in shock. Despite extensive investigations and search efforts spanning across years and continents, the whereabouts of the aircraft and its passengers remain unknown. The disappearance of Flight 370 remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. So what really happened? Let's uncover the layers of this unresolved mystery together in the coming scenes. To understand the mystery, we need to trace the flight's journey. It was March 8, 2014, when Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. The plane, a Boeing 777, was bound for Beijing, carrying 239 souls on board. The night was clear, and everything seemed ordinary as the plane ascended into the night sky. Flight 370 was scheduled to land in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. local time, but as we all know, it never arrived. The last communication from the cockpit was received at 1:20 a.m. The co-pilot, Fariq Abdul Hamid, relayed a casual, "All right, good night," to air traffic control. Little did anyone know, this would be the last time anyone would hear from Flight 370. Shortly after the last communication, something peculiar happened. The plane's transponder, which communicates the aircraft's speed, altitude, and location to air traffic control, stopped working. It was as if Flight 370 had suddenly become a ghost airplane. Around the same time, the aircraft made a sudden and unexpected turn. Instead of continuing on its course to Beijing, Flight 370 deviated sharply to the west, flying off its scheduled path and heading back over the Malay Peninsula. This was an unusual move, one that is still unexplained. Air traffic control tried to make contact with the flight, but all attempts were met with silence. On radar screens, the plane seemed to disappear into thin air. This was the moment Flight 370 vanished from sight, leaving behind a trail of questions and sparking one of the greatest aviation mysteries of our time. After the sudden change in path, the plane simply vanished. In the wake of the disappearance, a massive search and investigation operation was launched. This search was not confined to a single nation or a single agency. It was an international effort, a testament to the unity of humanity in times of crisis, a collective endeavor to unravel this enigma. The search stretched far and wide, including the South China Sea and the Indian Ocean. The South China Sea, where the plane was last detected on Malaysian military radar, was scoured first. But as days turned into weeks, the focus shifted towards the southern Indian Ocean, based on the analysis of satellite data. This data suggested the plane had taken a southern route, far from its planned path. The satellite data became a pivotal part of the investigation. Inmarsat, a British satellite telecommunications company, provided crucial information. They analyzed the pings the aircraft was sending out, even hours after it disappeared from radar. These pings, or handshakes, were essentially the aircraft's way of saying, "I am here." But the here was a vast expanse of ocean, a needle in a haystack scenario. In the years that followed, debris started washing up on the shores of the western Indian Ocean, thousands of kilometers away from the search zone. These pieces, some no larger than a mobile phone, were painstakingly analyzed, and eventually they were confirmed to be from the missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. These fragments of wreckage brought a glimmer of hope, a tangible link to the missing aircraft. But despite the international cooperation, despite the state-of-the-art technology, Despite the relentless search, the mystery of Flight 370 persists. The debris found gave us clues, but not the answers we sought. The search operations, arguably the most complex in aviation history, were suspended. The plane's final resting place remains unknown, a poignant reminder of the 239 souls on board who never made it home. Despite the massive search operation, the plane's final resting place remains unknown. With no concrete answers, various theories and speculations have emerged. One of the most prominent theories is that of pilot suicide. This theory suggests that the pilot, or possibly the co-pilot, deliberately crashed the plane into the ocean. Supporters of this theory point to the erratic flight path and the disabling of communication systems as potential signs of premeditated action. However, the absence of a suicide note or any other evidence of intent casts a shadow of doubt on this theory. The second theory focuses on the possibility of a hijacking. Some speculate that the flight was taken over by an individual or group with malicious intent. The sudden change in the flight path and the silenced communications could indeed point towards a hijacking. But again, the lack of any demands or claims of responsibility makes this theory questionable. Lastly, there's the theory of mechanical failure. This theory suggests that a catastrophic system failure might have led to the loss of the plane. This could explain why the plane went off course and why communications were lost. However, the Boeing 777's stellar safety record and the absence of distress signals challenge this assumption. While these theories provide some possibilities, the truth remains elusive. The mystery of the missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 continues to baffle us. We've journeyed through the flight's trajectory, delved into the extensive search and investigation, and pondered over the myriad theories surrounding its disappearance. Yet the puzzle remains unsolved. The enigma of Flight 370 is not just about a missing aircraft. It's about human lives, about our quest for truth, about our vulnerability in the face of the unknown. As we await concrete answers, the disappearance of Flight 370 serves as a somber reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world.